9, which is yet to be observed other than by watching objects' gravity effects. So obviously when talking about a planet that could either be 10 times bigger than the Earth or not be there at all, there's a lot of mystery, especially when it comes to how it got there. Planet 9 supposedly has an orbit around the sun that's incredibly oblong, and that's unusual. So scientists from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center looked into it to try and answer some of the questions and found 3 potential answers for how things got as they are. One is that Planet 9 is a gas giant that formed in our solar system, but was too close to Jupiter and being smaller, that got it pushed away. The second option is that Planet 9 started as something much smaller and continues to use its gravity to build on itself as it whirls about. Finally, the scientists proposed that Planet 9 is an exoplanet in our solar system. Around the time the sun formed through clouds of gas, there were a lot more interactions between neighboring stars, meaning we could have picked up Planet 9 as we breezed through another system. Also meaning even in space, there are hitchhikers. I'm Patrick Jones for Buzz 60. Now you know, pass it on.
Mercury will be in the daytime sky next week as it crosses the face of the sun. The planets only line up like this little more than once a decade. Mercury will be visible from everywhere on Earth except Australia, bits of Oceania, and Antarctica.
It will take about 7.5 hours for the tiny planet's disk to cross the sun completely. Since Mercury is so tiny, it will appear as a very small round speck, whether it's seen through a telescope or projected through a solar filter.
This always bears repeating: do not look directly at the sun without protection. Besides, Mercury will be so small, you'll need a telescope with a solar filter.
Sentence that will not shock you: Stephen Hawking may have been right all along. So here's the deal: Stephen Hawking knows a thing or two about black holes, but considering the science that's going on them is so astounding, we have our questions. You probably have this one fact ingrained in you about black holes, right? And that is that nothing should be able to escape their clutches, and yet we know something must. That's because over time we know they shrink. Hawking put together the idea that black holes, in a sense, evaporate radiation in what's known as Hawking radiation, but the math has never lined up to prove that. Until now. Scientists from the University of Ottawa and Michigan State University ran computer models of unchanging black holes, and their simulations showed Hawking's radiation carrying away the black hole's mass, just as Sir Hawking had predicted.
In Oklahoma to preemptively cancel classes. According to the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, the most dangerous weather, heavy winds, tornadoes that stay on the ground for a long time, and giant hail will likely take aim at a 70,000 square mile area stretching from southern Oklahoma to southern Nebraska, including the Oklahoma City area.
The solar flare was captured by NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory on April 17th. It was released by an active region on the sun's right side, causing moderate radio blackouts on Earth. This video was captured in several wavelengths of extreme ultraviolet light, typically invisible to our eyes. NASA color-coded the images, harmless to humans but strong enough to disturb GPS and communication signals.
There has been a powerful.
The Gulf Coast. I think the primary hazards are hail and high winds, but you can't rule out, of course, the possibility of a tornado. We've seen some of those earlier this morning. This is the hail threat today at the medium range scale, meaning for about 1-inch hail and bigger, there's a 15% chance of that happening within a 25-mile radius. That's a pretty substantial risk for hail all the way from, again, southern, probably Illinois, to East Texas. There is likely